last night, Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb did a show on the 5150 podcast show, and Anton Daniels showed assholes of straight coon-tastivity. I've never seen. Well, that's the sad part. I have seen hella coonish shit. Look, how you gonna have a freeze frame like that? Look at it. It's like, hey, I'm a coon. Hey, what can I say? I'm cooning. Check me out. You see this shirt? I wish I was this color. So got this motherfucker with a special needs ass beard. His beard look like he got a hearing aid.
Damn, nigga.
No disrespect to the hearing impaired out there, but he do look like he got a hearing aid and wear some special shoes. That's the first clip. It's in order from the first start.
Problem is.
Now this particular clip right here is when he claimed slavery existed long before black people arrived to America, which that statement in itself is not wrong, but let's see how much he coons it up.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing.
Oh shit, I went back to
So they can actually put a picture, but you open it up and it's like, oh, no post, no nothing. It's like, okay.
We don't take that serious.
Exactly. Keyboard cowards is what I call them.
Somebody said what Craig had, he on time out. Craig had a show, folks.
That's right.
Craig going out here doing his thing.
Papa Craig.
But anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. There's so much to say. I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it all, but
we're gonna try.
There's so much to say. I gotta ask you this, just off top.
I'm with it.
How do you feel? Because we ain't gonna do all politics, because that ain't what the show
we
about.
We gotta get there though.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't want you to miss no points.
All right, I'm with it.
What do you feel about this nation as they jack other nations for their resources and play it off like it's other reasons? I'm talking about this nation, the U.S.
That's the part of the game.
When you say the part of the game, I don't understand.
Everybody done been conquered. Slavery didn't exist way before we ever came in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see what the problem is.
Well, I tell you like this. I cannot respect men who are claim jackers. Like I don't
like what? Give me an example.
Like the United States.
No, give me an example, like a real life thing. Like what did they take?
The United States.
Like taking this country?
Not just taking this country. How do you think you got here?
The transatlantic slave trade.
You a smart man.
Right. I studied it. I know all about it.
So it's very hard to be respectful of what is here when me, for example, as an African-American male, I know how I got here. I didn't take the cheap flight on Frontier here. My people were kidnapped. My people were robbed. They what?
They were sold by Africans.
You say all the people were sold by Africans?
How you think what you think white people came over there and got us?
Yes.
No, they were sold.
So
they just capitalized off of it better than the Africans did.
Okay, so you're saying that all of the black people that were brought here were sold by Africans.
Correct.
So the
and see, that's where the word all. Corey said all several times.
Right.
Several times. Now, did it happen? Yes, it did happen. Tribes that had war enemies and what is it called? Prisoners of war. Yeah, they be like, yeah, don't get the motherfuckers out the paint or whatever. They was go do that.
The homies.
You say, huh?
The homies, nigga. I remember I ain't know shit about the Lady King movie, and then I took my daughter wanted to see it. I ain't know shit about what it was about. She just wanted to see it. I'm sitting in that movie. I'm like, got the Google and shit. Like, God damn it.
However, the slavery in Africa was not like the slavery over here. The slavery over here was some demon shit. They didn't even treat them off like that over there. Over there it was more like indentured servitude type shit, or you just go do some shit or whatever. But it wasn't the breeding and the chopping off, taking babies and chopping them off, and all of that extra bullshittery that was going on over there. And for him to be like, oh, the Africans just sold us off and shit, as if it wasn't like, have you ever heard of the phrase, I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse? Them was giving offers they couldn't refuse and shit. It wasn't like they was just like, hell yeah, I've been trying to get these niggas off my goddamn hands, and these pale here, it came at an excellent time. I've been trying to sell niggas. No. But that's how he trying to put it out. Dirty. Let's continue.
White people, they were just doing transactions over there.
Absolutely. It was capitalism. See, the thing about white people, you think that racism is inherently in them. Racism is inherently in all of us. Black people is some of the most racist people I've ever seen in my entire life. We don't even like each other. And so black people participate. Some of the first slavers in the United States of America was black people.
You see how he said some of the first? Now, were there some? It was a handful, but it was like two. It was a handful that did it for monetary type shit or whatever. But the majority of the who did that shit was to buy their relatives or their friends or people they knew freedom away from us. Was it some Anton Daniels back then? Of course, because Anton Daniels would have owned slaves, because he make that shit sound like it's cool than a mother. Matter of fact, Anton Daniels, since you are, and I don't know if tether is a bad word or not, but everybody saying you a tether, your ass probably would have, I bet you can trace your lineage back to the who was on some, you know what? My beard does look like I wear a hearing aid, and it's all black people's fault. I want to get the rest of these. And it's probably your damn people that did that shit, and you proud of it with your goddamn white shirt.
With the Googles did say his pops. Well, I can't find it about his mom, but it says his pops was born in Detroit. Like, he from.
What you mean he from? You have seen Black Panther, right?
Point.
Niggas was from L.A., but was he from L.A.? Let's continue. And also, never trust a nigga with a monogram shirt on. Never in your life trust a who walk around with his initials on his shirt like he 4 years old. Let's continue. A.D.
That's the truth. So what I'm trying to understand is,
and his hat tells it all. Bag choices. You know who make bag choices? BAG choices? Prostitutes. Prostitutes make choices for the bag every night. They be on their knees, and that's what Anton Daniels is for the white man. Now let's continue.
Was slavery in the United States before?
slavery existed thousands of years before we got here.
Okay.
Slavery was on every single continent in this world. That's a fact.
Not chattel slavery based on just your race, though, which they made up race over here. You dumb. This what they did over here is completely different. Let's continue.
He did the all thing again, too, because he said that, like, Antarctica, we don't have none slaves over there.
Hey, but you know how it go. You gotta trick.
Now, the thing that's a problem with it is that, then this is the problem that I have. What you niggas want?
What do you mean when you say what you need?
What do y'all want?
What
Like,
do you want?
because y'all complaining about it over and over again, and I'm trying to understand, what is it that y'all looking for? What is going to help y'all?
A whole thing that has happened.
Because I'm solutions oriented, and I'm tired of niggas that ain't never been through shit complaining about shit that they ain't never been through.
If you black in the United States, you've been through some shit.
But I'm tired of niggas complaining about shit that they have never been through.
Like,
You've been through some shit, but you ain't been through that.
So basically, he's saying he tired of bringing up slavery and how this whole country was built for it to be against us, and this whole system is a result of that. He is tired of us bringing up something that's still going on today based off of that. Wow.
don't understand. What are you saying? Like,
because most of the niggas that's complaining about it ain't never even really seen real racism. These is new niggas. All of these internet niggas right here, these is new niggas.
So are you saying black people in the United States, some of them have skipped over racism?
Yes, definitively.
Come on, man.
Definitively. You have a greater chance of being killed by somebody that look like you than to ever interact with somebody that don't.
And this why he's so ignorant. He is looking at racism as, hey, nigger, or getting hung in a tree. Not this whole goddamn, he ain't looking at you have a greater chance of going to jail, a greater chance of being beat up by the police for no goddamn reason, a greater chance of being denied certain loans and certain access to certain shit, which was all the way. And I gotta be honest, I done got allotted a lot, but that shit exists. It didn't exist where I was at, but they still got stories of people getting denied shit, and they would have lawsuits, and people winning these lawsuits because they can trace that there's a systematic shit that's not happening. You forgot about redlining? That shit ain't go nowhere. They still doing that shit. HOAs is the new version of that motherfucker shit. They still do that shit, and I hate that he is trying to say racism is just white people saying bad words or sticking dogs on motherfuckers, when the whole goddamn every piece of paper, the Constitution, at the time of its writing, we were literally 1/5 of a human being. But he's saying ain't none of us being affected by racism while they shutting down programs that help us catch up because they know we were 400 years behind.
Now, since returning to office, Donald Trump has dismantled decades-old agencies and initiatives which were initially designed to protect Black Americans and other marginalized communities. He has justified these actions by claiming he's rooting out racial discrimination disguised as diversity, equity, and inclusion. But as Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones points out, in just months, Trump has managed to upend 6 decades of civil rights progress. And here's how. He's effectively dismantled the Office of Federal Contract Compliance Programs. This is the very agency created to enforce the Civil Rights Act and to prevent discrimination in employment tied to federal dollars. He's also gutted the funding and staff needed to investigate and fight housing discrimination. He shuttered the Office of Environmental Justice and External Civil Rights, which addressed the fact that Black communities are disproportionately exposed to toxic pollutants, pesticides, and waste. He's also closed the Department of Veteran Affairs Equity Office. Now, that office was dedicated to addressing the racial disparities in how disabled veterans receive compensation. He shut down regional civil rights offices that were key to fighting discrimination in schools and to enforcing desegregation. And he's even forced schools to eliminate initiatives that diversify teacher pipelines and support Black students to help close the achievement gap. And that's just some of what he's done as part of a sweeping effort to dismantle every program, every office, law, or mandate designed to protect the civil rights of Black Americans and other marginalized communities.
Message.
The fuck?
Look like you and kill you.
But do you
That's
understand?
a fact.
Do you understand?
And why do you think that is the statistic? Anton, you're from Detroit. Oh, maybe because redlining made it to where the areas were cut off from adequate schooling, adequate nutrition, adequate safety, and a whole bunch of shit, and put everybody in a little fishbowl and set it up to where everybody was going to be violent against each other. Because of systematic racism, you dumb. Wow. This, and I can't believe, what's so sad is, I don't think he that stupid, which makes it even worse that I know he just spewing this shit because he know he make more money from spewing that shit as a Black dude than making money on some standing up for his goddamn people shit. He like, I'm making bad choices, so them niggas, I'm gonna just be worried about me. And this shit is horrific. That's what even make it worse, because you ain't dumb. You just have no goddamn scruples.
That is made like that on purpose. The position,
it's the system.
The
The system
position
against
that-
us. I got it.
Okay, but the position you and your people are in,
Who was my people?
Black people. Do you claim Black people?
I'm a Christian first. I claim.
Well, I think something's wrong with that. If you don't want to say you're a Black man first, I think something wrong with
Black
that.
is a construct. They told you that you was Black.
Okay, well,
that's why
brown-
you start
brown
believing it.
then.
No.
Maybe
We
I'm
not brown. We not Black. We not none of that shit.
Oh, well, what are we?
We not none. For me, I'm a believer in God. That's what I am. My foundation is always going to be Christianity. Christ, Jesus first. I don't claim none of that other shit. You're not gonna get me to believe in you based off of some shit that you can't control. You didn't pick it. And the thing about other cultures, whether you black, Chinese, Asians don't with each other just because they're Asian. Chinese people and Japanese people and Taiwanese people, they're all different. Koreans are different. All white people don't with all white people. So why do I have an obligation to with somebody just because he black?
Now, he done took something, and they be so slick with it. He took something where we were talking about a system to now he personalizing it on some. Why I gotta go to James Barbecue Shack and shit just because he black? No, we not talking about that. And they be so slick with the deflection. He done changed the whole goddamn field goal, pushed it all the way down on some shit where we not talking about, oh, why I gotta just with somebody because he black. No. Yeah, they said, hey, you black and this and third. So this where Anton them up, because if you go follow the law, how many times on a piece of paper it asks you what you were? Black, white, whatever, whether it's on a government piece of paper. You pick some. You pick some, Anton. You didn't put Christian on there. Ain't none worse than the motherfucker who worship money, dog.
Okay. And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
Okay, well, trust me, brother. You white people, let me tell you something. I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. But I am from Chicago.
And I'm from Detroit.
It was Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles. And a lot of the stories I heard, it turned out to be just that. But back to this Christianity, you have to understand this. You were taught that by the people who kidnapped you. Is that a lie?
Nope.
Okay, so
we was taught everything that you know on this earth, it was taught to you. The racism that you have in your heart, it was taught to you.
I'm racist?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I studied you.
See,
Wow.
I studied you.
I'm racist. I don't know a lot of racism in me.
Absolutely.
But maybe you can show me something I don't know.
We're going to get there.
I wanted
We'll
you
get
guys
there.
to start the show off in your own, like,
No,
Oh my gosh, he chew.
Daniels was talking to me on the phone, I knew that we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things,
Yeah,
but
we
I
talked
believe
about that.
we can have a conversation like men. It's like a
Absolutely.
lot of stuff he said right now, I disagree with so much. But
both of us.
I'm going to try to make a point because I have the hopes. I have the hopes in reaching him in a way. You know what I'm saying? I know that ain't guaranteed. I'm not.
And
blind
I have the
stupid.
hopes that I'm going to get y'all off of the Democratic plantation.
Yeah, because I don't
really
know
do.
nothing about the Democratic plantation.
Everything that you speak of, it's a reflection of the same thing that they speak of. So you may not claim it, but you're a reflection of it.
And once again, the divide. He went from black folks to Democratic and Republican shit, where that's not even the whole goddamn point. The whole point, and I say this shit all the goddamn time, if people present you two options, and it's like this anytime in life, one person say, hey, you know I'm gonna slap the out you, right? And then the other person say, I ain't gonna slap you, but I ain't gonna get you no like ice cream or nothing either. Like, I'm not gonna do shit for you. Who the would choose I'm gonna slap the shit out of you? Anton Daniels. That since you want to pick on some Democrat, Republican, it's all the same, but this is that. No. One had a message that said niggas, but I guess he didn't hear it because he Christian first. Because he looked like he wear hearing aids. He looks definitely like he wear hearing aids and wear some of them club foot correction apparatuses below the knee.
Well, if I reflect something that is this Democratic plantation, I tell you what, I really don't study a Democratic plantation. I try to study being a stand-up human being where when I look in the mirror, I don't see a slick.
Right.
That's who I am.
I'm with it.
I don't like slick motherfuckers.
That's the first thing we agreed on.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad we got there. But I get labeled all the time. I was talking to a young lady on the phone the other day, and she said, "I know you hate the what's the lady who called herself a doctor? I'm blanking right now.
Oh my God.
Dr. Bryant." And I'm like, I don't hate nobody. Where do you get hate from? And then I was on the internet. Every once in a while, I look at the pages that use my likeness and image and everything, and I listened to some of the stuff they said, and I was called bitter, and I don't know how to get money. But anyway, coincidentally,
I ain't gonna lie, he do be sounding bitter when they be talking about women. I'm be very honest with you on that part. He do be sounding.
He told a story about how he got hurt one day and happened. So it do make it sound like that and shit.
He be sound like Lil Mama on that first video and shit, and I be like, all right, you funny and shit, but you kind of sound like a hoe right now. You need to chill out. Let's continue.
today I'm talking to a brother who knows how to work the internet well and get money.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like everything comes.
Working the internet well is just just going over to the other side. If you, Nicki Minaj, she know how to work the internet well. Officer Tatum know how to work it. Candace, the platforms are humongous because they just go to the other side. It's real simple. If we want to blow up tomorrow, Briss, if we want to get to 1 million subs, nigga, all we have to do is you go buy you a shirt to say got a B on there. I give me a shirt that got an SR on this. We go buy us some goddamn hearing aids and talk about how we Christians first and not even black. He didn't even say he black nowhere. He don't associate with black or anything or so if we remove the color from it and we just say, oh well, we are a part of a minority group. He don't even want to acknowledge we're part of minority. Take the color out, we still minority.
So when you say so what do you feel about like how you said he employed like 50 people in his community? He do stuff. He send people to college. He do all these things in the community, in the black community that he chooses to stay in.
That to me, that's like, all right. So that's like me coming on here and saying, hey y'all, everything that's happening to you right now is because you don't do shit. You a lazy and don't be blaming the great white man. Look at me. Look at all the opportunity I got. I take care of my kids, the people in my neighborhood. I done gave five black people jobs. I employ 5 black people. So this system is great. This is a wonderful system. So he helped 5 black people with making it worse for the millions of other black people out there. So it don't balance out to me. That don't work for me because I'm actually doing some shit. Well, that's just like I told you before. It's ways to make money where you can live very wonderful, but if certain shit I can't look at myself in the mirror and do, and even if I am taking care of people doing it and shit, it's just certain shit I can't do, and I feel like that's way more harmful than anything else. Even if you are helping this small segment of people, because what's 50 people to 30 million? You know what I'm saying? And then I think I don't even know what to believe about old buddy because he switched up so crazy. I remember when he was doing them first videos with his restaurant and all that shit years and years and years ago. I used to watch. He was talking about finances and how money work and trying to start a business and shit. And soon as
I came across him with the finance shit.
But soon as he was like, because he was talking about YouTube too, and just like Kevin Samuels was like, I've been calling niggas some ass niggas for a long time, but ain't shit pop. Hold on. Hey bitch, you a 5 at best. 8 million subs. Yeah, I'm going off on these now. He had a message initially. He was dogging niggas out, but as soon as he knew he could dog out women, hey, he ran with it. And it ain't
Kevin Samuel actually had a video saying that. Like,
yeah, because
he literally said that. Like, if I dog out women, y'all will be watching me.
Hey, check this out. And let me see. Hold on. And he the same way. I think he done deleted all his old videos, but this is when I saw Kevin Samuels for the first time. This nigga was doing cologne reviews over here on the left. He was doing cologne reviews in his mama house or sitting in the car talking about how he worked at damn Nordstrom's and doing resale. And I remember when he gypped all them niggas out of money. Anton Daniels was the same way, but just like what Corey just said, I know you know how to work the internet. Working the internet is just rage baiting motherfuckers and going against the grain. The more he ain't no different than Nick Fuentes and all them just say the most up shit to your segment of people, and then you get the other because they are still the majority. When I go to a Wu-Tang concert, it ain't niggas. It be as many niggas that be on stage, be as many niggas that be out in the crowd in Wu-Tang concert. The rest of it be white because they the majority. Niggas be going platinum off of the majority. So it's the same thing with this YouTube shit. He didn't want to go platinum the slow way. You know what I'm saying? The Lovely T way. Shout out to Lovely T. This said I want to go platinum tomorrow. Niggers. And boom. You on. You are on. If you could do that shit. Kanye used to do the same shit. Shit was going down. He saw that white folks' money. Yeah. I'm sorry about saying George Bush don't care about black people, you guys. I was tripping. Yeah, I was, and just started doing white shit, but then he turned against the whites. Shout out to Kanye being unpredictable. You never know when that nigga go turn on your ass and shit. Shout out to the Galaxy Gas. Let's continue with this shit.
Comes in its season for a man like me. I don't
You got to 9:45. All right.
say I got
Cause we at 13 minutes. The argument and shit starting in like 5 minutes.
all the answers to everything. But I am willing to talk logically to people who I feel like are able to communicate. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Because like the stuff you said, and so you know, I'm like, get out of here, get the face.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's your personality too. Like,
and it would be boring to hear just one person's take or views on things. This makes it interesting.
Like how he chew gum. Dude, chew gum like he spit tobacco and shit.
Excuse me, ma'am, you need a mic, ma'am. You can ask on the mic, goddamn it.
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
no, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people. Like straight up hate white people.
So he don't know the definition, or he skirted around the definition. He want to act like the question was not asked to him.
And it's very unfortunate because.
And then ran past it. Wow. But shout out to this young lady because she didn't give up.
They're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right.
Now, to that point, did you hear him say the majority of them on food stamps, Brisk? The absolute numbers, more white people receive it because it's more white people, but the racial wealth gap isn't crazy. The median white family holds $285,000 in wealth, while the median household family has about $44,000, 6 to 10 times less than the average white person. But he's talking about the majority is on food stamps. No, the majority in his number he's talking about is more black people because of numbers, but not in percentage of their race. But you know how they just go throw shit out there.
Because he said more. Well, he said the majority of white people was on food stamps,
On
right?
food stamps, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, we go run it back.
Do you think black people can truly be racist, or are we just prejudiced?
No, I think that there's a lot of people that hate white people, like straight up hate white people, and it's very unfortunate because they're not even the ones that's winning over here. We compare ourselves against a group of people that the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare.
He said the white people not winning over here, Britt.
It would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to, you know?
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white
argument, a definition of a word. You can't argue something that's in the Webster's dictionary that a white person was like, yeah, you know what's holding niggas down is racism, right? Yeah, I'm putting the definition in here. Yeah, just so people know.
white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
The main way that they
You need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite
But
honest.
see, that's what I was
we'll
going to
get
say.
that.
Y'all,
We'll get to that.
that's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic.
The air quotes on the systematic racism was wild too. I ain't see that part.
He been doing this shit. Been doing it. I'm talking about been talking blatantly like this for a very long time, dog. Very blatantly.
It's false.
Really?
I just seen the majority of them is on food stamps and welfare. They would be a disappointment to their ancestors.
Right, but isn't true racism a system that controls access to,
Well, that's the argument, right? The argument is
we can't make sure white people don't get access to certain schools and programs and things like that.
the main way that they
You need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite
But
honest.
see, that's what I was going to say. Y'all, that's the argument that black people make, is that you can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly systemic. It's false.
Really?
I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wound up becoming the president of the United States of America for the second time, almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct and if it's all about white people and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
I ain't fuck with no goddamn ass Trump before this was president. The first time he was president, I was like, what the f y'all doing this shit? And you see, he said Trump almost lost everything because Kamala Harris. Why he didn't lose everything when he lost to Biden? He was about to lose everything because of Kamala. Just because of black women. He was about to lose everything. Because he said everything.
That's a wild statement.
States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
Not me.
No. Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture with him.
Well, who?
Barack Obama and his wife. We with him. As a culture, we champion him. We absolutely do. And he didn't give y'all shit except for gay marriage.
So check this out. This is shit that people really didn't really get to hear about and shit. So he pushed this shit called the Fair Sentencing Act of 2010. Because back in the 80s, with drug, you got caught with a gram, like a very small amount of crack. You was getting like 10 years minimum and shit. And that shit was for a very long time. Bill Clinton had the goddamn 3 strikes and you out ruling. So this demanded a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence for 5 grams of crack cocaine, but it required 500 grams of powder cocaine to trigger the same sentence, since black Americans were more likely to be charged with crack offenses and white with powder. This created a national, and shit was crazy when they passed that law, bro. Crazy. You had one rock, a motherfucker have a baggie of goddamn cocaine, and the crack go to jail for 10 years. 10 years, 5 minimum and shit. Let's see.
You can't be out here with the motherfucker who can afford cocaine and they can afford lawyers and shit to fight that shit too, nigga.
Yeah, but the minimum sentence for that shit when you was gonna get even if you was black, if they didn't plant some shit on your ass and shit, it was made that way on purpose though. Cause don't forget, they literally, like, it is documented, they flooded the hood with cocaine, but taught them how to rock it up. Do you know the chemistry? Didn't nobody just come up with that shit by their goddamn self.
Nobody is gonna waste their cocaine, expensive ass cocaine, trying to figure out how to make crack out of that shit.
Yeah. So, as I told you, and this is true, they can't do shit. A president can't do shit for black people out loud. And if they do some shit, they gonna make them, if it's a lot they gonna try to do, they gonna make that shit as minuscule as possible, and you can't say shit about it. So this right here, it did not eliminate the disparity entirely, because it went from 100 to 1, the disparity, to 18 to 1. But it's something. You gotta, when you helping black people in America, you gotta like push it a little bit, because if you push it too loud, they'll be like, hey, this is niggers, this helping niggers around here. No, I was helping gays, because you remember I was sucking dick and smoking crack, so I was helping them. That's what the book said. I don't know if it's true or not, but even if it was, I love motherfucking Rick James. I love James Brown. I love Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor was sucking, giving very youthful neck at a time in his life. So I don't give. Let's see. Then everybody know about the Affordable Care Act, and that helped everybody. That was for everybody. Now, this law was not passed by Congress, but the White House initiative launched after the acquittal of Trayvon Martin's murder. What he created My Brother's Keeper in 2014. Instead of federal tax dollars, which Congress would not approve, Obama used the presidency to raise over $600 million from private foundations and corporations. The funds created mentorship programs, job training, and educational pathways for boys and young men of color in over 250 communities. But he couldn't say that shit out loud, and Congress would not pay for that shit. So he had to go do fundraising. But you can't say that shit out loud. You cannot say that shit out loud. And that's why I would say, if you go help some motherfuckers, you gotta help the motherfuckers, because they will come get your ass. Let's see, judicial appointments. And a president passed his legacy through lifetime appointments. He reshaped the federal judiciary system more than any other president. He appointed 62 African-American judges to the federal bench. He appointed 26 black women to the federal district courts, more than all previous presidents combined. This altered the makeup of the courts that interpret civil rights laws for decades to come. He didn't go out there and yell about that shit, because you can't. You can't. When you in there, you got to play the goddamn game. You get in there, then do shit that you can do that they go even let you do if you could do any damn thing. And that's black, white, whatever. You can't just be talking about I'm gonna help niggas out loud. Let's see. When Congress became gridlock, Obama used executive powers, banned the box. He ordered federal agencies to delay asking about criminal history until later in the hiring process. Do you got homeboys that had felonies and shit and couldn't find no jobs? This helped black men who were statistically more likely to have a record due to over-policing get a foot in for federal jobs. Solitary confinement. He banned the use of solitary confinement for juvenile and federal prisons, a practice that disappropriately affected black youth. And even to this damn day, this motherfucker ain't came out and be like, I did this, or I tried to do this, because he knows that ain't in the program. It's not in the program to bring that shit up. That's just the game. When you get in there, you go shut up. But if you go do something, hey. But Anton Daniels don't bring up none of that shit. He's a goddamn coon. Now let's continue. This another picture of Anton Daniels right here in white folks.
You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you on this
So
point.
absolutely I vote.
Are you independent? What do you?
I'm a Republican.
Proudly. Oh, I'm a proud. They cleared tiki torch. They was carrying tiki torches.
You didn't know that?
I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history, because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people.
And they swapped sides. I'll get into that in a minute, but let's continue.
They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican.
And Lincoln said, if I didn't have to free these goddamn slaves in order to have enough men to kick these asses and invade the South, I wouldn't do this shit. But let's go help out more white people letting these motherfuckers free. So shut that shit the up. Stop just saying shit and not saying everything.
when you're talking about the emancipation, when you're talking about 1865, when you're talking about what we stood for as conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit.
Is that your understanding of what conservative meant? It just mean you're a Christian. You see how you keep saying Christian over and over and over. I didn't know conservative was all about being a Christian.
I didn't know that was in there. Oh.
I could have swore it was all about separation of state and church and a whole bunch of other shit that was supposed to be there. But this he a staunch conservative, and this who he voted for. That's who we voted for. This. You don't even want this to go down. You dirty.
I'm telling you what it stands for.
You don't fuck with the backdoor shit.
I don't.
I don't either.
That's what it's saying. What it means to be a Republican is this, because a lot of people like to say,
because this is backdoor Republicans.
And we were taught by our parents. We were taught by our parents. We were taught.
Yeah, Trump. They making jokes about do they got the goddamn tape? Him sucking Bubba's, but he's sitting up here saying I'm a staunch Republican, all about Christian, and not with that gay shit. But I guess all them emails that they literally kicked in the door of Venezuela, and ain't nobody that talk done quiet down, ain't it, Briss? When last time you heard about some goddamn redacted Epstein? Oh no, not when you talking about I'm about to take over 2-3 countries in my hemisphere, which I found the speech where Reagan said that we'll do whatever that everything Trump's saying is what the Reagan said. I'm talking about I'm finding verbatim shit, bro. Verbatim shit. But yeah, all of the other shit that would have came out about Trump really was playing chicken with this shit. And when the shit got too hot, he was like, all right, we got to put this, we kicking in the door, and I'm gonna be talking about Greenland. And you know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna take over China too. How about we go do that shit? That'll keep it off the back. Cause I believe if I had to bet all my money, there's definitely some tapes of Trump sucking dick. Cause that wasn't no joke. That was not no joke. Out of all the shit, really, there wasn't no LOLs in there.
Taught by our parents.
And he talking about Christianness and anti-gay. You are a grifter. You are a grifter. The worst kind, too.
That we vote Democrat no matter what, right? Regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the agendas that they push, regardless of how much nonsense that we see in our communities.
This is the only time I ride with him on that. That voting Democrat only shit to me is, let's say everything was reversed, Briss. Let's say when they came out, they was like, yeah, we want to make America like 1940 again. And it was goddamn Democrats or Barack or whoever. I was like, yeah, them, they can suck dick and die. I hope all them hoes die. And the other side was like, we're not going to do anything for you. I'm like, all right, we vote for that side. You ain't going to do shit? You ain't going to do shit though, right? You ain't talking about what they talk. All right, Trump, here you go. If that's how the shit went, if it flip, I don't give a what goddamn name you put on that shit. Just don't be telling me you go do some goddamn crazy shit. But they gotta separate the shit and make it about the vision instead of about what was said, what was put out there. And this. I swear, dude, this shit's so sad, man. Intelligent dude. I feel like he's very intelligent, and money is his goddamn god.
Regardless of how many people, how many Democrats actually destroyed our cities, from Chicago to Detroit, all across the board.
The whole system destroyed our cities. Stop separating the shit. Stop trying to separate shit. Our city's been destroyed. They destroyed all of the shit together on every side. And then he'll go back to Republican and Democrat. No, that was at some area. But when it comes to somebody telling you out loud, hey, I'm gonna do some up shit to you, how the you go choose some shit like that just because you don't want somebody to have the right to chop off their wiener? They do need to wear a tag and say, hey, there was previous wiener here. But still, though, they should have the right to chop it off if they want to. Shit, we letting studs put on backpacks and have 20-foot wieners out in this.
We were taught to vote that no matter what. You
I
vote
agree.
Democrat no matter what.
I agree.
But this is the difference between the parties. On a very fundamental level, Not complicated at all.
Really? You finna say it's a difference between the parties?
This is the difference.
I can't wait to hear this.
No. You may say that it's the same type of public politicians that take advantage of the taxpayers and take advantage of the people. The difference in the parties historically is Republicans want less government so you can do what the you want to do.
You see how he said you? They not talking about you. You lucking out because they can't oversee everybody yet till they finish all their AI centers. But nigga, anyway, let's get to the goddamn fisticuffs.